So if I wanted to create these editing buttons up here, by the way, if I want to look at my different stage display options, go to Stage Editor. And right now, there's only one option for my stage display layout. And of course, I can go in here and customize this if I want to. But let's just say that I wanted to do something completely different. So I'm going to create a new layout. And I'm going to make it a, let's see here. Current plus timers, let's just say. All right. So what this will do is this will just show whatever the current slide is back on the screen back there. So if pastor says, I want to actually see what the audience is seeing for some reason, you might have a stage editing or a stage display template that looks like this. Okay. So how would I use that? Well, once I've set that up, come back here to my show, which by the way, they call that main display show. And as soon as we get to the pastor's sermon, we're going to pretend this is the first slide of his sermon now. I'm going to clear this action out. I'm going to hang on. Remove actions. Here we go. I'm going to remove this stage action. I'm not going to do it again. So I'm going to add an action, and I'm going to go stage, and now it gives me two options. I can do current and next text, and I can do current plus timers. So let's just say that at the first slide of the sermon, I change it to the display that pastor prefers, whatever. Or what we used to do, as an example, we had a 5-minute countdown video that we played every Sunday. That was just like a edited video of people in the church doing things and fun music and whatever, played for 5 minutes, right? So we had a look created that put the video itself on the confidence monitor so that the band could actually see the video playing, and they knew as the video wound down, like when they were going to be hitting their song right as the video ended, right? So they needed to see the video actually play. So then we did that, and then at the first slide of the first song, click that, and now it goes to their normal lyric display. Okay? So actions is how I am going to do that. I'm going to create those changes by putting an action that tells it. And this is the same as the others until I later on add another action that changes to a different look. It's going to stay, right? I can also add an action that clears one of these layers, right? I can add an action to play a piece of media, to play a piece of audio. I can add an action to open a video input. I can add an action to put a prop, which is basically just a piece of video that lays on top of the slide. So like if I have a graphic that has the pastor's name and the church's logo on the corner, you know, I could have that as a prop, and I could then have an action that would basically put it on the slide for the first, you know, two slides of a sermon, and then on slide number 3, I would add an action that would take that off, right? So there are, I mean, the sky is the limit with the stuff that you can do with this. You can just, you can see, I can actually start, I can add an action to actually start the live stream from in here. If you were using Purpose under live stream, some churches do that. On and on and on. But that's where the real kind of fun comes in. And the way that you're going to use that the most, going back, the way you're going to use that the most in 2 instances. One is to change the look, which means that we're changing what's being sent to the other screens. And then the other one is to change the stage display. So we're changing what the people on stage are seeing. Those are the two, probably the 90% of the actions that you do are probably gonna have to do with those two things. Does that make sense? Okay. Any questions about any of that? It's a lot of,
No, just, we'll get in there and play with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it all makes sense to me. It's
yeah.
just-
I'll show you something.
I think I'm hearing Spanish. So you're like,
Speaking French.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of this is, I've been doing this.
The whole
about
time I'm over here
pretty
going,
much,
"Oh, I
and
should have
they've
stayed
been
in
more the
school."
runners, but no, you'll learn over time.
Yeah.
I'll keep y'all in the loop more of what, because I usually do all of this
Yeah,
ahead
you
of
usually
time,
do all this, and we just
and
have to
then
run
you
it
guys
whenever.
run it,
Yeah.
but I need some more people who can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm glad you guys are part of this training, and I'll keep you in the loop and keep you working on it and learning stuff.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yep.
Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is basically, let's just see if I can find something that is kind of, there's nothing in there. Is that that's not announcements, is it?
That's in a sermon slide. That's a
Yeah.
sermon.
It's labeled as announcements. I'm trying to find something that I could use as an example.
We have basically just done a presentation. We haven't really used the announcement label much.
Okay, well, so here's if you, let's cancel this. No, it's okay, this. Why is it?
It said you ain't doing nothing right now.
Oh, it's not happy with me. What did I do? What did I do? I'm gonna stop it playing up here. It is not having any of it. Well, that's not good. All right, we're gonna force quit. Start again. By the way, I will just tell you, okay, so right now we are actually on a 2-week trial
Okay.
subscription to Purpose Center. So right now for the next 2 weeks, it will actually work full functions. After that, it will go into demo mode, which basically demo mode, everything works, everything does exactly what it's supposed to do. The only difference is that all your video output it'll stop every few minutes and put a Pro Presenter logo on the screen, right? So for right now, so here's announcements right here, actually, that'll work. Okay, so if this was my announcement roll that I wanted to send to the TVs, the way that that Pro Presenter sets up so that you can have two things running at the same time is it gives you targets, and that's this. I'm on this this presentation. I can go to this target icon up here, and instead of sending it to the presentation side of things, for lack of a better term, I can send it to the announcements output. What that means is it's going to only play on this announcement layer. So let's start that playing. Do you have like a automatic transitions, or yeah, it looks like it's every 10 seconds. Okay, so that's great. It's playing, and you can see it's playing on the announcement layer, right? And remember, on our look that we created, we had, let's go up here and look at it. Edit looks. We had the announcement layer turned off to our main projectors. It's turned off to the stream, but it's on to the auxiliary screens.
And that's like, let me ask, because that is like that screen, and then other screens in other rooms is what that is, right? The
Well, yeah, so,
main projector, stream, and auxiliary screens.
Stream would be to the actual, that's going to the video room for live streaming. This looks does not include, remember on that very first screen, we had audience and we had stage. So looks only includes audience outputs. So it's assuming that looks is only affecting stuff that the public sees. The stage stuff is only for in-house. And that we would use the actions that we were using before. That's how we would change those stage display outputs. But so for right now, we're running this look. So it should mean now when I go to a song and start a song. By the way, you notice you're going to run into this a lot because of importing the old graphics and stuff. Your slide resolution that you've been using is.
Okay.
So since you're going to end up importing a lot of stuff from your old setup, it's going to end up that you'll have a lot of these songs that are in the wrong, all your stuff is in the wrong resolution, and you'll get this little triangle up here. So when you get that, you can actually go up here and click on that triangle and change it to the correct resolution. Now, it may not work out perfectly, but a lot of the time it'll get you where you want to go by doing that.